From Farrah Fawcett to the nose-twitching Elizabeth Montgomery, in this video we will tell you the many untold stories about the sexiest babes of 1970s television and how faces and voluptuous figures became their greatest unbecoming. Elizabeth Montgomery. Starting the list today is an actress who became so successful that even her father would become her enemy. Elizabeth Montgomery was born into a family of entertainment giants. Her father, Robert Montgomery, was a film star, and her mother, Elizabeth Bryan Allen, was a Broadway actress. So young Elizabeth had very little to say about what she really wanted to do, as they all insisted that she join the family business. She made her television debut in her father's series Robert Montgomery Presents, and that was where it all started. Montgomery was just irresistible to any audience. Beyond her acting skills, she was blessed with timeless beauty and elegance. To her father, this was cheating her way to stardom, as he was not happy that she was breaking all of his records. Anyway, Elizabeth followed her father's show with television appearances like The Untouchables, Rawhide, Wagon Train, Twilight Zone, and Sins of the Mother. She would find great success as Samantha Stevens on the popular television series Bewitched. For her performance in the show, she earned 5 Primetime Emmy Award nominations and 4 Golden Globes. Followers of the show always looked forward to seeing Samantha make problems go away by twitching her nose, but that was one superpower she wished she could trade her beauty for. Life outside the screens was not so magical for Elizabeth Montgomery. She struggled through broken marriages, pressure from the industry, her father's jealousy, and colon cancer. Montgomery died 6 weeks after she was diagnosed with colon cancer. She was 64 and she was survived by her last husband, Robert, and 3 of her children. Farrah Fawcett. Fawcett's beauty and charm were not as shy as Montgomery's, and her photo in a one-piece red bathing suit remains the most popular way to prove that. Although her background made Hollywood so far from her as a child, Farrah was ready to become anything to live the life of dreams. Born in a simple family, Farrah's success started after she left home. A few months into college, she was named among the 10 most beautiful co-eds on campus, the very first time that a fresher was ever going to make this list. Fawcett attracted a lot of people with her beauty and achievements, and one of the many who came from far was Hollywood agent David Murish. David offered Farrah a spot in the industry and kept on insisting on her even after she turned him down for 2 years. When Fawcett was finally ready, she left biochemistry, packed her bags, and traveled to Los Angeles. Soon after, she was seen in commercials for products like Noxzema Skin Cream, Mercury Cougar Automobile, and Beauty Rest Mattress. Fawcett found her window into the acting industry with guest spots in The Flying Nun and I Dream of Jeannie. Other popular television appearances you might remember from the actress include The $6 Million Man, The Dating Game, and Harry O, among many others. She is most fondly remembered for her role in Charlie's Angels, for which she received many awards and accolades. Like all others with a pretty face, Farrah suffered so much in her search for true love, and it's still a debate as to if she ever found lasting happiness before her death. The actress died of anal cancer, and on her deathbed was her father, her partner Greg Lott, and her only son, Redmond O'Neill, who was only permitted out of the prison to hear his mother's dying words. She died at the age of 62, and she remained an angel up until when she drew her last breath. Adrienne Barbeau. What I didn't know is that when I said my lines, I was usually walking down a flight of stairs and no one was even listening to me. They were just watching my breasts precede me. Adrienne wrote in her autobiography as a reminder of the curses of her attraction. Adrienne Barbeau enjoyed an easy life until she ran off to New York to work as a go-go dancer. Her beauty was her advantage, and so it was not very difficult to land roles on Broadway. After about 3 years from the time she left home, Adrienne had featured in more than 25 musicals and plays. Her portrayal of tough girl Rizzo in Grease earned her Tony nomination in 1972. She is easily remembered on television for features like Swamp Thing, Maude, General Hospital, and The Drew Carey Show. Barbeau made history when she gave birth to identical twins at the striking age of 51, and that just made all of her problems go away. 27 years later, and her twins are still the most magical thing about her. The 78-year-old actress is yet to announce her retirement, so fans expect to see her grace the screens whenever her schedule lets her. Maureen McCormick. With Maureen McCormick, it was a sad tale of another beautiful actress whose beauty possessed her until she became a helpless coke addict. It kept dragging her down till she got to the point where she traded sex for sniffs of cocaine. 6-year-old Maureen became a celebrity after she won the Baby Miss San Francisco Valley Beauty pageant. High school was another big ugly mess for McCormick, who was always trying to juggle school and her emerging career as an actress. Before the role that announced her, she found success on the set of I Dream of Jeannie, Farmer's Daughter, and My Three Sons. Her breakthrough came with the role of Marcia in the American television sitcom The Brady Bunch. It was the trophy role, but it typecast her and she struggled with reinventing her image until her prime was over. Then the battle with coke addiction began. According to the actress, addiction was like a family thing. Her brother was an addict and she believed that it was something that she could have never escaped. The highlight of this season in her life would be when she locked herself in the closet for 3 days sniffing coke. But love and faith saved her. McCormick credits her husband, Michael Cummings, and her relationship with God as her deliverance from the pangs of addictions. Today, the 67-year-old actress enjoys the best life with her husband and daughter in their home in California. Sally Struthers. Sally Struthers might just be the only woman in all of recorded history whose beauty brought her $1 million contract, but she would rather remain in the show that destroyed her. Sally's father advised against the perils of the industry, but she wouldn't listen. She honored him by waiting until her graduation day before she would break his heart. The actress had her first role shortly after her graduation, and her breakthrough came years later as Gloria Stivic in the American sitcom All in the Family. It was rumored that at the time Sally was still in this show, she got $1 million offer to pose for Playboy, but she refused. It was not so easy to see any consolation in this except for a relatively successful appearance as Babette Dell in Gilmore Girls. Struthers paid attention to history. All beautiful actresses struggled with romance, and so she decided that her first heartbreak was going to be her last. Sally Struthers is today a 76-year-old single and happy woman. While there are very few regrets, she still feels very confident about all that she achieved in the industry. Catherine Bach. Catherine Bach might just be the only actress on the list who met her husband with a bullet in his head and in a pool of his own blood. Catherine is most fondly remembered for playing Daisy Duke in the television series The Dukes of Hazzard. Not sure if many people know this, but Bach didn't tick all the boxes when she first auditioned for this role that would later change her life. Her beauty was her insurance. According to the actress, when she arrived for the audition of Dukes of Hazzard, the show producers were looking for a blonde like Dolly Parton. The search had been on for more than a year, but despite that she was nothing like what they wanted, she had enough charm in her to force them to change their minds. She was hired on the spot, and the next thing she would do was to insure her legs for $1 million. Another interesting highlight of her time on the show was when she posed as Daisy Duke for a poster that would sell over 5 million copies. Unfortunately, the end of her time in Dukes of Hazzard also subtly marked the end of her career. Catherine was only able to find low-profile roles until she disappeared completely. The actress has been married twice, and her last husband, Peter Lopez, was found shot dead in their apartment on April 30, 2010. Today, 70-year-old Catherine Bach tries to make the best of life with her 2 daughters in their home in Los Angeles. Lynda Carter. First, she was a vocal artist, then she tried modeling, and after all of it failed, she became Wonder Woman. But even that was not enough to fill the vacuum in her heart. Lynda Carter was forced to wear many hats in her quest for a true and fulfilling life. Carter started life with the film industry. At the young age of 5, she had her television debut on Lou's King Talent Show. She was a very gifted child, but her mother also confessed that Lynda was very rebellious. When she was 16, she quit school to join a music band with the sole dream of touring the world singing all of her favorite songs. Carter would soon discover that this was not the life she wanted. Then she transitioned to the modeling industry. Lynda waited until she won Miss Arizona and Miss World USA before she allowed herself to be wooed into the film industry. Her most notable role would be in the 1975 Wonder Woman series. Carter left the series after 3 years for the same reason why she quit modeling. She didn't want to be objectified. I never thought a picture of my body would be tacked up in a men's bathroom. I hate men looking at me and thinking what they think. And I know what they think, Lynda told US Weekly. The first time Lynda Carter tried love, it turned her into a helpless alcoholic, and she struggled with this addiction for the next 20 years of her life. Still, somehow the actress was able to find lasting happiness in her second marriage with successful lawyer Robert Altman. He died in 2021, and Carter revealed that marriage to him and quitting the industry were all of the best things that happened to her. Linda found true happiness in being a mother and Wonder Woman to her children. The actress recently celebrated her 72nd birthday. Mary Tyler Moore. Disadvantaged at birth, Mary Tyler Moore was going to use the only thing she had to get what she wanted: her face and body. In 5 days, 17-year-old Mary appeared in over 39 TV commercials, and this was not because she wanted to. She just had many mouths to feed. Daughter to a never-around father and an alcoholic mother, Moore was forced into responsibilities she was too young to bear. Working like a bull was the only way if she wanted to survive. As beautiful as Moore was, her voice made it to TV before her face, and this was a big disappointment to the young actress. So she worked even harder until she was rewarded with a more prominent role in the detective TV series Johnny Staccato. This was followed by features in a string of relatively successful TV films like Bourbon Street Beat, 77 Sunset Strip, and Lock Up. Her breakthrough came with the Laura Petrie role in The Dick Van Dyke Show. She continued this success in The Mary Tyler Moore Show, which according to popular blogs defined a new vision of American womanhood. Mary Tyler Moore was a television icon that was heavily decorated with the best of awards, but even that didn't save her from the burdens of such a pretty face. The actress battled alcohol and cigarette addictions up to her last days. She died at the age of 80 on January 25, 2017, from cardiopulmonary arrest, and it was a sad day for the entertainment industry and all who her life had affected. Pamela Sue Martin. Martin was earning less than $2 an hour working in a hamburger stand, and a friend used that to seduce her. She led her into the industry, and it is still a debate if this was one of the worst decisions Pamela had ever made. Martin started modeling at the age of 16, and by the following year, with no experience and formal training as an actress, she won the lead female character in the comedy drama film To Find a Man. Pamela is best known for her role as Nancy Drew on the television series The Hardy Boys. The actress has been married 4 times. Her last marriage ended in 1998, and she has stayed single ever since. Pamela Sue Martin today is a 71-year-old woman who fights to save the environment. The last time she made headlines was when she announced that she was working on her memoir, The Spirit of the Matter. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos of beautiful actresses from the yesteryears on the end screen below. As always, thanks for watching.